through the town couldn't have been further from the truth. The gardener did not want to destroy the lot. She wanted to buy it. The clerk found the few records there were for the lot and looked at them carefully.
There are a lot of bad taxes due. It would be quite costly to buy it, let alone the expenses of cleaning it up. Never mind that. Is the property for sale or not?
She asked. The clerk scratched his head.
Yes, ma'am. The lot is for sale.
Hearing that, the gardener bought the worthless eyesore right then and there.
So, all summer long, she and her husband worked extra hard. They cleared weeds, removed trash, and made many repairs to the house. They trimmed the trees and bushes and planted many kinds of beautiful flowers. They even added a cobblestone walkway leading up to the front door. Out back behind the house, they added a small pond with a fountain. The lot that was once such an eyesore had now become a beautiful showplace. Love, time, and a little work had transformed the lot. Now people went out of their way just to walk by and take a look at the beautiful view of the pond.
What the gardener did next also surprised the whole town. She hung a sign out front that read, "The Garden Center, now open, free garden."
She knew her lot could be restored because when she was younger, someone else taught her how to do it. Now she wanted to teach others how to transform eyesores into beautiful things of beauty. And before long, the whole town was indeed a place of beauty.
Some people are like the old dilapidated house sitting in the middle of a trashy lot. They look worthless, and many people go out of their way to avoid them. Maybe the bully at school or the neighborhood kid that looks a little mean. The Bible says we must not in our life is precious.
The good news is that none of us are worthless in God's eyes. In fact, His will is that none of us perish. He wants us to get rid of the sin in our lives. We can't get rid of sin by ourselves. We need to ask Jesus to forgive us and give us a new heart. And when we do, we become born again to follow Him. Then, just like the gardener, you will want to share the good news with others. You can let others know about the wonderful work God has done in your life, and that He can do the same for them.
Think about this. When you look at others, do you see an eyesore or a garden? Amen.
Isn't it beautiful that God doesn't look at us with disgust? He doesn't see an eyesore. Instead, He sees potential in each one of us. The key is for us to realize that through God, we can accomplish anything. Bad relationships, give it to Him. Failed a test again, give it to Him. Failing marriage, give it to Him. Addictions, give it to Him. Anger, selfishness, low self-esteem, resentment, give it to Him. 1 John 4, 7 through 10, read from the Message Bible, says,
My beloved friends, let us continue to love each other, since love comes from God. Everyone who loves is born of God and experiences a relationship with God. The person who refuses to love does not know the first thing about God, because God is love, so you can't know Him if you don't love. This is how God showed His love for us. God sent His only Son into the world so we might live through Him. This is the kind of love we are talking about. Not that we once upon a time loved God, but that He loved us and sent His Son as a sacrifice to clear away our sins and the damage they've done to our relationship with God.